So those of you that were waiting in anticipation for what the answer was to this problem, I add 8 plus 0 in order to get 8 down here. I add 0 to 6, so my next one will be 6. And then 2 plus 2 is going to be my 4. And 468, so it's exactly the same as the other one. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at some story problems. Okay, so first thing I always do is I kind of think about what are going to be the important things out of the problem. So the Explorer Hiking Club has 38 members. How much will it cost for all the members to buy new backpacks? Okay, so cost for all the members to buy new backpacks. Well, how many members are there? Well, there's 38. And backpacks. Well, how much do backpacks cost? Well, I look over here, and a backpack costs $87. So I set up my math problem, which is 38 members, $87 for each backpack they're going to get. So I go, okay, 8 times 7, that's going to be 56. Put my 5 up here, and my 6 down here. And 7 times 3, that's 21, plus 5, so that's going to be 26. And then I'm going to put my 0 in to show that now I'm going to move over to the 8. I'm going to erase that 5 at the top so I don't confuse myself like I did that one time. Okay, now I'm going to start with the 8. 8 times 8 is 64, so I put my 6 up here, and I put my 4 down here, and I do, okay, 8 times 3 is 24 plus 6, so that's going to be 30. And I add those things up. Next, so 6 plus 0 is going to be 6. 6 plus 4 is going to be 10, so I need to remember to carry my 1. And I put my 0 right here. And 2 plus 3. And then my 3 comes on down. So it's going to cost $3,306 to get everybody new backpacks if I choose to get backpacks for the group. Okay, now they're wondering, well, okay, maybe what if we got propane stoves for everybody? Okay, so, okay, for all members, and we know how many members there are from before, we know that that's going to be that 38, to buy new propane stoves. Well, propane stoves are $28 each. Okay, so I set up my problem. I'm going to have 38 stoves at $28 each. So I set up my multiplication problem here. And 8 times 8 is 64. So there's, well, let's get a color you can see. 64. So there's my 6. Here's my 4. Then 8 times 6 is going to be 48. Plus 6, 48 plus 6 is going to be 54. Then I'm going to move on to doing my 20. I'm not going to forget to erase this because I don't want to get confused again. Okay, I put my 0 down here to show that I'm moving on to the 20. 2 times 8, that's going to be 16. So I put my 1 up here, my 6 right here. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1, that's going to be 7. So then I add these together in order to get my answer. And so 4 plus 0 is going to be 4. 4 plus 6 is going to be 10. And then 6, 5, 6 plus 7 is going to be 13. So for this one, it's going to cost $1,304 to get propane stoves for everybody. Okay, so let's go ahead and I want you guys to stop the video and try this one out. Okay, so Mr. Abdul can rent a car for $66 a day. He will need the car for 28 days. What will be the total cost of his rental? So I look for my important words in my problem. So Mr. Abdul can rent a car, so he's going to have to pay $66 every day, and he's going to have to do that for 28 days. So I set up my math problem, and I go ahead and I start multiplying. 6 times 8, 48. And then 8 times 6 is 48, plus 4 is going to be 52. Then I'm going to move over to doing my tens place. I'm going to erase this 4 up here so I don't confuse myself again. And I have my 0 here. 2 times 6, that's going to be 12, so my 1 goes up here, my 2 goes down here. 2 times 6, that's going to be 12, plus 1, that's going to be 13. And I'm going to add this stuff together. So 8, 2 plus 2, that's going to be 4. 5 plus 3, that's going to be 8. And then the 1's just going to come down. So it's going to be $1,848 for him to rent a car for 28 days. Okay, so now it's your turn to try this out. You are going to be going to page 78 through 79, and you're going to do numbers 16 through 30.